apparently it rained or stopped raining 5 minutes before I arrived, so it could be in for a good run. It's quite wet, but despite the bit of thunder you heard at the beginning, it looks like it could be in for a free run. After that shot, I got a yeah and 2 thumbs up from the caddy. That was definitely the caddy having moved, me having moved and drawn back, and then it was still on my mind. It's amazing. I thought I gave myself time to recover from the fact that I had to pull away from the shark because she was moving. She moved the trolley, and it's just like the most ridiculous thing to do. And so I got myself ready again. But then clearly not ready enough, because I was just still on my mind rather than playing the shot. Yeah, thanks for the lie as well. That's it's literally so bad that I certainly can't risk hitting it. And it's so bad it's even hard to chip out. Just stop. That's a perler. Started moving again when I was playing my shot, so I had to pull back yet again. I tell you what, seeing as I started playing so well, that was such a sensible shot. Even that was difficult. Could have easily scuffed that into the mulch, but instead I'm where I should be for my third shot, and it'll just be my fourth. I mean, that was dreadful putting on that hole. But there was another guy apart from this guy here, in fact the very old guy who's regularly here, was waiting for me to finish. There was a bit of a feeling of being slightly rattled because of that. and I get an 8 after playing, you know, the first hole really nicely, lovely iron shots, and honestly it was that caddy's movement that put me off and got me into all sorts of trouble and resulted in an 8. And that drive was a bit wild. It went very, very high, but didn't turn inwards. There's no way it's gone. Oh dear. No idea where it is. Caddy's clueless. Could be anywhere. If I felt sure it came over this side, I don't think it would have been, well, it could have been this far up, because that's how far I hit it. Well, she's just, I take it back about her ball finding skills, she just found it. So it did come in. Unbelievable. Not the best lie, but not the worst either. Well, there's nothing for it but to just try and punt it out. Hopefully it'll come round, but I don't think I'm going to go for the green. Just try and get it out safely, relatively near. Shot is so phenomenal, especially in the context of just having got an 8, just choke right down, stab down, and I had the power to not only go dead straight but climb up the plateau. Unbelievable. I remember a few months ago doing one from under the trees on the other side and getting onto the green, and I thought at the time that was one of the shots of the year. That one just then was definitely the equal, and it was probably harder because all that cow grass, and it was even slightly embedded, so I had to chop down on it. It was just amazing. It's such a clean strike, and to get through the thick grass at the front as well of the green. I mean, the fact is, I'm on for a birdie after thinking I'd lost the ball. Absolutely unbelievable. To climb that, and then still have enough power to get through all of that. And it didn't just get onto the green, it's gone all the way there. That ranks as one of the great parts in my golfing life. heard it clatter the tree, but it went super high without any turn whatsoever. So things are not starting well with the driver. It's funny because the last round my drives were all controlled long enough and had the right fades in them, and so far today they've all been pretty wild, and that one was, well, I don't know. Thing is though, at the moment, even though I got that 8, because of that par just now, which has made a hell of a difference, I'm only 2 over against bogey par. So if I'd just got a 6, a 6 and a 5, I'd be feeling that I was doing okay. So that's my mindset at the moment, is that I am doing okay despite a few wild shots. Oh dear, the ball must have bounced a long way back. She's pointing over there. Goodness me, it's gone no distance at all. Oh wow, it's on the path. My god. Yeah, it must have ricocheted a long way back. Same shot again, but this time it's got to punt it forward, not too far. Honestly, that, because I couldn't aim to the left unless I could do a brilliant hook. So that is also a fantastic shot, because I'm in exactly the sort of position I would be off the tee normally with a good drive. Well, that shot was as perfect as the one I played in the last round when I birded the hole. Now, after that really wayward drive and the super sensible and accurate 5 hybrid positional shot, I've now got a chance of a par, and hopefully no worse than a bogey par, which will be a very nice escape after that drive. just thinking about how one of the benefits of having a really bad hole and playing some wayward tee shots is that you get under pressure and having a go at very tricky positional shots. And the three I've played today, two with the hybrid, one with the R55, have all been really superb, as if I'm doing them all the time, when actually they're very unusual shots for me. So you convert a horror into a very useful experience. So apart from the odd mare and a hole that was a complete mare, I'm actually playing reasonably well. And the conditions are lovely because obviously the ground's soft and nice and damp, or a bit squishy in places, but it actually feels really good. The temperature's nice. It's probably only about 31, 32, no sunshine. Feels excellent. In this, the last week of missed as a sub in this period, so naturally I had to bail out of the Monday and play golf instead. That was amazing. I watched it all the way. I was just waiting for the splash because I knew I'd lost it to the left and it was wayward, and it just carried beyond the pump and it's actually nestled up nicely, and I can see it now. When I saw it land and I saw it stop, it just must have hit the bank and that was it. It just stopped. So what looked like a complete disaster is actually still parable, or bogey parable, but a tricky little chip. That was a beauty. It wasn't helped by the fact that while I was picking my club out the bag, the caddy had picked up the ball and cleaned it. And then it makes you wonder if they teach them anything here. All that fantastic up and down now puts me to 1 under against bogey par, so all is not lost. Well, even though the caddy's been doing some really annoying things, she's unfailingly friendly and courteous and almost ceremonial as she hands over the clubs. Always got a nice big smile. And rather strangely, on an earlier hole probably being the operative word, she asked me if she looked like a boy. And I gave her a quizzical look as if to say, what on earth are you on about? And then she thanked me quite profusely. So she must get that often. Anyway, 1 under against bogey par. That was a good drive. And I'm doing okay. And I'm really enjoying the round now. I actually teed that a lot lower than normal. I've been going too high in the air, and kind of worked. So I did get it lower off the tee. It's funny though to think back to when I was first playing, when it was very difficult to get the ball up in the air with the driver. Now it's hard to keep it down. Woof woof. with all that mud on the ball, you would think it might affect the flight, but that one was just dead straight and high. It's a real beauty. Absolutely stopped dead. I suppose, like most golfers, I will never tire of the pleasure of the beautifully struck ball. I mean, it was just, took a bit of the ground, but as a forward divot, it's a long time in the air. And I never felt that it would be way too long because it was the right club. 94 to the pin, with basically a 90-yard club, so I hit it pretty hard, and the result is about 8 feet from the pin. Well, this green is soft, but look at that. Where did my ball go? There. Amazing. Stop dead. That was a beauty, even though I caught it out of the heel a bit, so I didn't get that beautiful spongy centre of the club sensation. It's 127 yards to the pin, and I've pretty much got that distance. To the left, mate. just lapping up the cloud formations today with different bits of light. And that shot, which I thought was pretty poor and might be lost, is actually in a half decent position. Part of the day, without a doubt. If we were playing cricket, that would be a wide. That sand was new just the other day, I'm sure of it. Or last week anyway. I wonder if that water is from today, because it's incredible that there's so much. But the caddy said it was only raining for 20 minutes, but heavy. So I don't think that water can be just from that. Well, that birdie has changed a lot because I'm now 7 under against bogey par, despite the 8 earlier, which I might have mentioned. And that means, with 5 holes to play, I only need 3 pars to get a ball keeper. But of course, I'm going to try and do better. Not ideal, but then again, what is in life? End of the day. Just checked, and with that birdie I've now done the last 9 holes in par. So quite a successful turnaround again. And actually that shot is not bad at all. It's pin high and only on the top of the bank there. Well, that was just about perfection. So the other day I overhit this by about 30 yards to the same pin, and this time I teed it up slightly more so that I'd get even more height, and again choked down the shaft as well, and it just went very high. For a moment I thought, well, it's bound to be too long, but that extra height just pulled it back, and it's virtually in the middle of the green and stopped very quickly. So immaculate. Also on the back 9 at the moment I'm 1 under with this one and 3 more to play on the back 9, 1 under par. But yeah, it's turning into a really memorable round. And partly because of being rattled earlier on and then coming back and playing well. So that problem with a driver being a wedge in these conditions was evident on that shot because it stopped dead. But it's fairly reasonable. Didn't go very far, but it's okay. Yeah, it's been a very interesting round because actually, since getting that 8 and having got a bogey par in the first hole, I haven't dropped a single shot against bogey par. So it literally is a round with one bad hole. A little bit of bad putting from time to time. We're only got, well, 3 putted. I think I've done that 3 times, so that's been a little bit poor. But some of the other putting's been fine. And chance for a ball keeper is always good. So, yeah, been a very interesting round. Just love filming some of the clips because of the clouds and the atmosphere. It's just got such a lovely feeling. Peaceful. There are people on the course, but sort of distant from me. Just a really nice, quiet atmosphere for a Monday in June. So in these conditions and from that distance, that's really where I need to use the 3 hybrid. But because I know I could top it and the 5 hybrid, I stay most of the time with the 5 hybrid. And that was a good example there because I'm probably going to be about 130 from the pin instead of like 110 if I use the 3 hybrid, super hybrid, but there'd be the risk of mishitting it, and there was very little risk of mishitting that, and I struck it really well, so it should be okay. So not quite the perfect ending with a par, but bogey par gets me a round of 71, which, given that I got an 8 on the second hole, I don't know if I referred to it earlier on or not, but I did get an 8. If I got a 5 like I did last week, it would have been a round of 68, so a round of 71 when you get an 8, which I think I might have mentioned, means overall a very good round. So yeah, what a pity that I fluffed that final putt. I mean, it's a difficult green because it's so soft and it's very bitty. And but anyway, no excuses. That was just a lame putt, which was 2 inches short. If it had gone in, I would have parred the back 9, which would be very pleasurable because I haven't done it that many times. But it still means that I only have one hole where I drop shots against bogey par, and that's always a really good thing, whatever the score is. But to get a ball keeper on top of Friday's 67 ball keeper with a 71 is very nice, especially with, and I don't think I mentioned this before, an 8 on the second hole.